Hello students, how are you? Welcome to the beautiful channel पढ़ाई का कवच. Student, as you know, in our previous classes we have ended or we have completed the chapter number 5, India's heritage of science and technology. As you know, today we are going to start chapter number 6, which is about the places of Indian cultural heritage. As you know, students, there are two main types of heritage are there. Just a second. One is a cultural heritage, second is a natural heritage. As we know that we are gifted with the natural heritage very immensely, but parallelly we are also gifted with the cultural heritage by our ancestors in a very good manner. So in this chapter we will study about the places of the Indian cultural heritage. Basically, the tourist sector or the tourism sector is dependent on this chapter as we are going to study, because the major of the tourists coming from the outside or from the out country are frequently visiting the Indian cultural heritage places. Okay, chaliye. So let us start from the first point, caves of Ajanta. As we know, student, caves are the medium of entertainment in the past historical period. In that time, the people were entertained with the help of this type of caves, in which the sculptures and the drawings were there for the entertainment of people. So let us talk about the famous caves of Ajanta. The famous caves of Ajanta were situated in Aurangabad district near Ajanta village. So as we know, from the name of Ajanta village, the caves of Ajanta comes into the picture. They are important from the point of view of art of Vastu. These caves divided into the two divisions. First, caves based on wall paintings. Second, caves based on sculpture. Caves of number 1, 2, 10, 16 and 17 have excellent paintings wall and have attained the highest rank in wall paintings. The theme of this wall painting is Buddhist religion. Ajanta caves are divided into the two categories, Chaityas and Vihara. So now, students, you have a question in your mind, what is the meaning of Chaitya and Vihara? So basically, student, Chaitya means temple halls for Buddhist monks. So the halls where Buddhist monks are prayed. The place for the prayer is known as the Chaitya, in a simple word, if I say. Stupas are built in the interior most of the caves, most end of the caves. So at the end of the caves, stupa were built. Stupa means the sphere type section. Second is Vihar. What is the meaning of Vihar? Vihar means Buddhist monasteries where Buddhist monks reside and study. Vihara, it is the type of place where the Buddhist monks यानी कि बुद्ध साधु जो है वो रहते हैं और पढ़ाई करते हैं. And Chaitya are the temple hall. Okay. So now students, you are able to know that what is the meaning of Chaitya and Vihara. Cave number 9, 10, 19, 26, 29 are Chaityas, whereas the remaining caves are Viharas. Ajanta caves were forgotten with the passage of time, but in 1819, try to remember, an English captain, Sir John Smith, discovered them. So, the English captain, Sir John Smith, rediscovered these caves of Ajanta. Ajanta caves are the magnificent example of initial Buddhist art of Vastu, art of paintings and sculpture. Human interference and impact of time have greatly damaged them. So, these caves are greatly damaged with the effect of humans and their impact. Ajanta caves are famous not only in India but also in the world for their extraordinary rich art. The fine blending of wonderful art of painting, sculpture, and architecture of Ajanta caves has earned pride for an Indian art. So, it is a matter of pride for us students that this type of caves are there in India as a great example of Indian art. Let us focus on the second one, Ellora Caves, which is also situated in the Aurangabad district in Maharashtra. There are 34 caves in all. There are 3 groups of cave temples and they are different from each other. So students, Aurangabad district from the Maharashtra is the second time there in which the caves are located. So in Ajanta, total number of caves are 29, while in the Ellora there are 34 caves in all. In this caves, Ellora caves, there are 3 groups of cave temples and they are different from each other. So student, total number of caves are 34, which is known as the Ellora caves, among which the first 12 caves are Buddhist caves, last 4 caves were Jain caves, and in between them are the Hindu caves. Rashtrakuta dynasty is the dynasty in which the Hindu caves were built. Kailas temple is situated in cave number 16. So, you should have a question in your mind that why sir only Kailas temple is given specifically here. Let us try to understand. This temple is carved out of a single massive rock. Yes, you heard it right. This temple is carved out from a single rock. And now let us talk about the specification. It is 50 meter long, 33 meter wide and 30 meter high. So तकरीबन 90 फीट तक इसकी ऊंचाई है इस मंदिर की, यानी कि 9 मंजिला इमारत जो हो उसकी ऊंचाई जितनी होती है इतनी ऊंचाई इस मंदिर की है. तो सोचो कि एक ही पत्थर में से बना हुआ मंदिर 90 फुट की ऊंचाई वाला. This temple is adorned with beautiful doors, balconies and series of pillars. The beauty of this temple cannot be described in the words. They are constructed during the time of 1600 AD to 1000 AD. So, near about 1400 years old this temple are. It is a live display of ancient Indian civilization. So it gives us a brief picture about the ancient Indian civilization. Okay, student? Caves dedicated to Hindu, Jain and Buddhist religions. Ellora campus is not only an example of magnificent creation of art, but also best example of excellent technology. Moreover, it describes about the patience of Indians. Do you imagine how much time is required to build a 30-meter high cave from a single rock? It is a bit difficult task. This is not a task which is completed within a 10-day, 30-day, 1 year or 2 year. It takes lots of time, patience, sacrifice and lots of hard work. So it describes about the patience of India. Then after Elephanta caves. These caves are also built in Arabian Sea, 12 km away from Mumbai in Maharashtra. So all these caves, Ajanta, Ellora and Elephanta, are located in the Maharashtra. There are 7 caves in all. So there are total 7 number of caves are there in the Elephanta. There is a huge stone monument of an elephant. On seeing this structure, the Portuguese named it Elephanta. So the nomenclature of this cave is from the elephant sculpture which is placed inside the cave, and this name was given by the Portuguese because they pronounce hathi as a elephant. Okay. Many beautiful figures have been carved out of them. The magnificent Trimurti temple, Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh in cave number 1 is the best specimen of sculpture. So here, as I tick mark it, the Trimurti temple is very famous and one of the number 1 specimen in the category of sculpture. In 1987 AD, UNESCO has placed the Elephanta cave in the list of World Heritage Sites. Local fishermen call it Dharapuri. So student, this is all about these 3 caves, Ajanta, Ellora and Elephanta. Now let us look at the Mahabalipuram, a city near about 60 km away from the Chennai, the main city of which state? Tamil Nadu. This city, Mahabalipuram, is having a very famous name because of their temple architecture and seashore. Narsivarman I, who was popularly known as Mahamalla, belonged to Pallava dynasty, and from her name, the nomenclature of the Mahabalipuram was established. Seven chariot temples were built here. At present, only 5 chariot temples exist. 2 chariot temples have submerged in the sea. So there are now only 5 were remaining. There is an amazing figure of Lord Vishnu in smiling pose. Besides this, there is an idol of goddess Durga slaying Mahishasur is worth seeing. So these are the list of the sculptures that we should watch when we visit the Mahabalipuram city. Mahabalipuram, which has an unparalleled architectural rock sculpture, was also a famous harbor of ancient time. वहाँ के जो पत्थर के स्थापत्य है वो भी बहुत फेमस है. After that, Patadakkal Memorial is there. Patadakkal was the capital of Chalukya dynasty, which is 60 km away from Badami Nagar, and Dravid style of architecture is used in the construction of temples here. So Patadakkal is the capital of the Chalukya dynasty, and the architecture style of the temples here is a Dravid style. This were built during the 7th and 8th century. Virupaksha temple is the biggest temple in the Patadakkal. So This is the brief information about the Patadakan. After that, the another type of temple is there, which is temples at खजुराहो. बहुत ही विख्यात मंदिर है मध्य प्रदेश के अंदर खजुराहो, जहाँ पे छोटा सा गांव है छतरपुर डिस्ट्रिक्ट के अंदर. Khajuraho was the ancient capital city of the Chandel Rajput of Bundelkhand. So temples were built by these kings during their reign. Presently 25 temples are in there. Most of them are Shiv मंदिर है वहाँ पे, whereas some of them were Vaishnav and Jain temples. They all have similar type of architecture and sculpture. The 64 Yogini temples is the main temple or the center of attraction. The Toran of the temple is the best example of the ornamental style of architecture. All the temples were constructed with granite stone, so it will remain unchanged for year and year because granite stone is a very hard substance. Khajuraho temples were constructed in Nagar style of art, of culture and art of Vastu of Khajuraho temples spellbound the visitors. After that, Sun Temple of Konark. This temple situated near the Bay of Bengal at Puri district in Odisha. Puri, the very famous Jagannath temple was there in Puri, and also the Sun Temple of Konark was also there. It was constructed in the 13th century during the reign of King Vanarshi Varman I, who belonged to the Garg dynasty. This chariot temple, drawn by 7 horses, took the form of chariot of sun god. It has 12 massive wheels providing beauty to the pedestal of temple. These wheels reflect 12 months and each wheel has 8 spokes, which shows 8 prahar of the day. Details of motif and subject diversity of this temple is unparalleled. This temple has been built by black stones and hence it is called Black Pagoda. This mandir, this temple reflected the 13th century Odisha. After that, Brihadeshwar temple is there. Brihadeshwar Mandir. This temple is located at Tanjore in Tamil Nadu, which was built during the 1003 AD to 1010 AD. It is a Shiv temple, so it is called Brihadeshwar, क्योंकि शिव भगवान का नाम भी इसमें से है. It is built by the king Rajaraj I of Chola dynasty. It is known as the Raj Rajeshwar temple. So please student keep in mind that the Brihadeshwar Mandir is known as the Raj Rajeshwar Mandir also because of the Rajaraj I from the Chola dynasty. The height of this temple is 500 feet, its width is 250 feet and it is spread in a vast area surrounded by the wall. Its summit is 200 feet high above the ground, hence this temple attained the place in the temples of high pinnacles because this is the temple which comes under the category of high pinnacles, जिसके ऊंचे शिखर हो. This is a marvelous heritage of architecture art of India due to its gorgeous and huge size of pinnacle and artistic decoration. In the same way, it has secured a place among the best temple of South India. It has been constructed in Dravidian style of art. So student, this is all about today's lecture. बृहदेश्वर मंदिर से लेके हमने केव्स के बारे में जानकारी ली. नेक्स्ट लेक्चर के अंदर हम कुतुब मीनार से चालू करेंगे आगे के स्कल्पचर्स के बारे में जानकारी लेना. ठीक है, तब तक अलविदा. स्टे सेफ, स्टे होम. थैंक यू.